there was like we were driving to Death Valley, and there's these super long straights, and there was like we were my brother to, Death Valley. Sorry, I have to mute this real quick. My brother and my nephew had adventure bikes.
Mm.
I think they topped out. I'm not allowed to, I don't think I'm allowed to say speeds. Anyway, they topped
What?
out.
Why?
I don't know. Just don't. Anyway, they top out at a much higher top speed than the Harley does.
Yeah.
So when we're going through corners and stuff, I'm fine. I'm way ahead of them. But then we would hit these really long fucking straights, and they would fucking
What?
just pass me like this. They'd shoot me the finger, just try, fly right
What they
by me.
have? What they have? Like BMWs or KTM's or
My brother
Triumphs?
Bassam, my brother Bassam had a BMW 1250 GS,
Hmm.
and my nephew, I believe, had a fucking Yamaha something.
Oh,
I can't remember.
I
I can't
was
remember.
I was looking at GS. You remember when we did the California trip?
Yeah,
I'm still kicking myself. I didn't pick up that GS.
Ian got
So
the when Ian came with me to California to visit uh the Merrick guys when we went riding.
yeah.
Ian rented a GS. He liked it.
Can he touch the? No, I'm not being rude. Can he
Oh
get his feet down? Yeah, it's
no.
fucking. That's tall for me. I'm like that
Yeah.
thing's a
Well,
big thing.
you don't normally you don't get on it like a normal motorcycle. You have to like use the peg, like you step on the peg
Yeah, yeah. But
and
yeah,
then
but I mean,
figure
like if you come to like a red light or something, you've got to like kick it down. Like
right.
it's tricky. It's way harder.
Well, that's what I like about the Harley. The Harley Pan America. I actually like the way it looks better. It's got like a more like kind of muscle bike look, but the Pan America actually lowers itself when you stop.
Oh, okay.
It's got like this adaptive like
You know,
response
you know why? You know why it's got that?
because Harley guys are fat and small.
Fat and old. Yeah, it's for their bad hips, so they can throw a bad hip over it. That's why it's for.
Did you see notice the logo? You see this logo?
I did. I did. What's on the back? I saw something on the back.
Can you see that?
Hey, are you releasing those?
No, this is a fucking no, I can't release anything with Luke on it. You know that.
Oh yeah, fuck
I
it's
just no, it's not because of anything legal. I don't think it's right. I don't know.
no, I get you. I get you.
Maybe enough time has passed now that it's not wrong anymore, but I feel like I always felt weird about that. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I fucking Tilda made me these. Tilda Selby. Thank you very much.
Oh, cool.
Um
Nice. Yeah,
anyway,
'cause I've got the t-shirt one, but I haven't seen that long sleeve before. It's nice.
yeah, no, I love it. Anyway, yeah, I fucking started riding like a week ago, man. I'm like fucking I don't even want to work anymore. I just want to ride all day long.
Do it.
It's it's fucking weird where I live too. It's like the same two fucking roads every time I go riding. But I'm still like, it's all right. I
Well,
don't.
we went out that like street, the single lane out by the like side of the lake, and not the lake, it's like
Yeah,
along the river, and then
there's that route, and then there's another route that's a little bit more fun that we didn't go on, that we
uh,
go on like this time when you come down. Um, that one's a little bit more. You get a little bit kind of get going there.
probably
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, what's
nice.
going on with you? What's new?
Not a lot, man.
Where are the other guys? Are they coming or what?
Hey, it's your rodeo. I don't know.
Oh, I just got. Should you think I should read the text from James?
Maybe, maybe I'll help.
No, he'll tell us when he comes. Anyway, what's going on with you? What's new?
Not a lot.
How are your clients doing? What's going on? Is
Good. I've I don't even think who my next guys are. Not until some of the
what's going on
European
with Hunter?
shows. He's taking some time off. I think he's gonna. The last time we spoke in Ohio, I think he said he was gonna get his shoulder fixed. He's had that issue with his shoulder. Um, so I think he's gonna take most of this year away. I don't know whether we were actually supposed to hop on a call yesterday, but you know how he is.
You think he's taking the rest of the year off?
I
Is that what
don't
he's
know. I said most of the year. I don't know. I know for sure. He's probably gonna. I'm not gonna say anything because it's his news to tell. But he's told me of a show that he definitely wants to do next year. So I know that much.
so you're
And
so,
then,
but why would
but
I
I
don't
know
why do these guys do this kind of shit?
because he wants to get some things fixed that he needs to,
Well, is it
that he
well,
needs the time to do. It's more complex than he
yeah,
just
yeah,
wants
yeah.
to.
Well, wait a minute. Actually, that's a good thing to touch on. And I'm not going to ask you to say anything, and I'm only going to make some assumptions. And for people watching, I'm only going to make these assumptions based on nothing other than my own guessing. It's probably lifestyle things that he needs to work on because I can't imagine it being physique things. Like his physique.
No, no. I'm talking straight to physique things. The shoulder and the hernia, the midsection. He's going to get them. He's going to see surgeons and having them look second opinions and worked on to fix. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God, you know what? We had a time change. I forgot to tell Stefan that we had a time change. Fuck.
He's not busy.
Yeah, not at all.
Um,
So
so
he
yeah,
wants
I
so are those injury? So he's got a shoulder injury he wants to fix?
yeah, because that he's got that bad shoulder. He had surgery on the shoulder. I want to say right before he turned pro, or maybe right after he turned pro. I think right after he turned pro. I think he turned pro and then had shoulder surgery. But he said, again, we spoke in Ohio. We went out for dinner, and he said just even posing is like he's in chronic pain from it.
Okay.
So he's going to go get a second opinion on it, get it cleaned up to the point where, and I think he said he's pretty confident that they can resolve that. So he just hasn't ever. He's always been on to the next show, so he's never taken the time to go and get it fixed. And he's like, if I don't get it fixed now, it's like it's just gonna. He's just constantly battering it while it's in pain. So he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm done with it. So it kind of it all the pieces fell into place to for him to take some extended time off and fix that. If he can fix his shoulder and then that hernia midsection issue that he's not happy with and I'm not happy with, then we'll see. But he's good. He's in a good place. So
So there's a possibility he'll compete this year, but we don't know for sure.
if I was to get, I actually genuinely I don't know. I'd say it's unlikely he's going to compete this year.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Atheist Nihilist says, Fouad, you promote Merrick Health. Do you recommend for blood? Do you have a recommendation for blood work in Canada? Unfortunately, I don't. The only thing I can tell you is I would reach out to Dan Gardner. Dan doesn't have a D in his name, does he? It's Garner, right? Garner. Dan Garner on Instagram. He's from Ontario, Canada, and he's one of the smartest people I've ever worked with on lab work. I think he was putting together something that was more comprehensive for the public. I know he does it like himself, but that's probably going to be cost too much money for the average person.
yeah.
But I think he's putting together something like a business for people. So I would reach out to Dan Garner. Let me look it up on Instagram just so everybody can see what I'm talking about, because I think this is actually a really important thing, which actually leads me to the next thing I want to talk about anyway. James, how are you?
Good. I was just emptying the bowels. Sorry, I was a few seconds late.
Empty in the
In the
bowels.
bounce,
Emptying the bowels, the polite way to put it.
taking a
Is
massive
that really
shit.
the polite way to put it? I don't know. I don't think so.
You could be
Yes, it's
worse
definitely
than
the
that.
polite
I
way.
think it's more
It's
polite.
definitely a,
I went.
it's
I
I
was
could say
working.
other ways.
I was taking a fucking shit. That's way worse.
It's dropping all the kids off, they say.
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
Dropping the kids off.
Okay. For people watching, if you're looking for somebody to help you or give you advice on blood work in Canada, I would reach out to Dan Garner. This is his Instagram. It's Dan Garner Nutrition if you're listening on audio. Actually, this might not even go out on audio. Anyways, I just think I remember seeing one of his posts somewhere saying he was doing something on blood work help. So I don't know. Reach out to Dan, see if
I,
he can help you guys at all, or maybe he has a resource that can help you. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for that.
I work with him for a little bit. He's really good. He is right at the elite end of the spectrum, so to
Yeah,
speak.
he's
Like I know
very,
he works
very.
with some like top end golfers. Obviously, Sean
He works
O'Malley's
with
one of
UFC
his.
UFC guys. Yeah,
Yeah, Sean O'Malley, but that's like a very premium service that
yeah,
he works with those guys. So
yeah. I mean,
I
if you have the money, if money's no object, then
I know ballpark figure what the yearly cost is.
yeah. If you have the money and money's no object, Dan is your guy. but I just check in case he has any other resources for the average
If you live in Kuwait, then hit him up.
Exactly.
I actually had bloods done yesterday. My gentleman who owns my gym does bloods, but I don't know who he. Like again, because you guys are pointing out people that people can see. I'm not sure. I'll find out who he uses because he takes the bloods and then uses a lab in England, so it could be helpful for some people here. But I'll find out who it is.
Well, the
They do
reason
they do really good panels though. I've got like this really advanced panel.
that's good. We should give people information on all the different places because I work with Merrick, but
Yeah, for sure.
I'm lucky because I'm right across the border from Detroit.
Exactly.
So I cross the border and I get work done. And they don't do that for like normal people. They just do that because I'm sponsored by them.
Yeah, yeah.
But people are always asking me like, where do I go in Canada? And I'm sure there's people in the UK that
For
want
sure.
help.
I'll try and find out some more and then let
Yeah.
you know as well on that front. Because
I wanted to show
I'm doing a new thing. Isn't for individuals, so to speak. I told you about the coaching mentorship I'm doing, but that a lot of that involves.
no, you didn't, but I saw a story on it. What is it that you're doing?
I think I saw that as well.
I'm doing a coaching mentorship. Basically just maybe like 4 or 5 people, but I'm working with them really.
So you can
really
make me a
closely.
good coach.
The idea is to work with them extensively, break down what their current clients, and then it's not a business mentorship, right? I know I see a lot of other people are like, "Oh, I'm going to help you build up your clients." That's not what
Yeah.
I'm doing. What I'm trying to do is actually pass on some experience, some real world coaching experience, blood work,
Yeah.
all of that jazz, in terms of absolute competitive bodybuilding, not lifestyle stuff. So,
Yeah. I'm
it's
starting to
but
get way
it,
more interested in this because of you guys, which is really good because I'm such a fucking old bore. It's nice that you guys are so passionate about this because it's opened my eyes a lot.
well, I think bodybuilding was always very like closed. It was very hard to access, right?
For
It was
sure.
hard
For
to.
sure.
It was
You just
everything was
and
too. It was
everything was so stuck in its way. It's like, oh, you just do this because you do this,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Uh,
right. It's like, oh, you take at 12 weeks out, you do this because that's just what you do,
Yeah.
right? And then at 6 weeks out, you switch to this because that's what you do because
Yeah,
it's a
I
cutting
admit,
drug.
I've always kind of been that guy because of the fear of play almost better not knowing. It's
Mm.
better,
wait,
you know.
I'm sorry, this made me laugh. Fouad, you're looking extra small, bro, but at least you still have your kidney. I just want to state for people watching this, I plan on going all the way down to 220. So
Oh,
if you see me shrinking
it's
more
gonna
every
look,
week, then that's actually part of the plan.
Where
it's gonna look
where
good, man.
where
It's gonna look good.
where are you at?
245.
Getting there, bro.
See, I got stuck at 235. I couldn't get under 235.
I have a feeling I'm going to stuck at 230. Like I don't think I'm going to,
Yeah. Do you know
but I
exactly
want to
sure, are you?
because
So you know,
I'm signing up for those racing classes in May. So I'm trying to get as small as I can so I can race.
so you can actually race and not burn out from
Dude,
lactic acid.
No, not
I
just
remember
acid. These guys,
the
dude,
motorcycles.
guys who
Oh,
race
motorcycle.
motorcycles.
Sorry, I'm thinking fucking hell. I was thinking you're gonna race, like run.
No, fuck, I'm not running nowhere.
I was like,
Guys
Fuad's
that,
gonna be running. He needs to lose
no,
some
man,
weight.
guys that race motorcycles fucking they weigh like 150 pounds.
Wait,
So
so
like,
it's funny. James knows Barry Pitts quite well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah, yeah.
and so we always used to ride home together. He'd be on his Ninja, and I was on my R1. I remember we come up. We were in like Kensington Road.
Yeah.
We pulled up at these lights and get to the front of the lights. And there's me, him, and then there's this chick on a CBR 600, right?
yeah, yeah.
Right. So we're fucking give her the nod. She's like this. She fucking takes off. Our fat asses on these 1000cc super
Yeah,
bikes
she weighs 100
couldn't,
pounds. Yeah.
couldn't keep near her, man. She just took off on bliss. We were the slowest thing on those motorbikes.
Um, okay. Since we were talking about blood work, I just want to show this really quickly because I thought it was actually very, very interesting and valuable that Tyler is going ahead with something like this.
Oh, Yannick pointed this out today and said it's
One
really
second,
good.
I just want
I won't say
to.
nothing.
Stefan said he'll be 25 minutes. Okay.
All good.
So this is Tyler's post. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I guess he's just, if you read here, he's excited to announce a collaboration with NASM to bring an official coaching certification to the US and Canada. Our hope is when athletes are researching for coaches, they will be able to see which coaches have went and gotten this certification to feel better about their coaching choice. Okay.
I like that.
Isn't that bad? That's bad grammar. Have went and
So
got the.
I think what I'm I think the thing I'm most happy about is we all know a whole bunch of people that are like have signed up with a coach that made them do shit that we know is fucked up.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, like I've heard of girls taking like triple
200 clen.
triple digit micrograms of fucking Cytomel and like
Stop. Whoa.
what?
NASM doesn't cover any of that.
I didn't
That's not
say.
gonna. That's not gonna fix
Hold on
that.
a minute. Hold on a minute. Yes, it is. Hold on a minute. Well, according to what Tyler was saying in his here, let me share it again, and we'll actually listen to what
NASM, as far as I'm aware, is like an actual like training, the specifics of like how to coach someone in the gym. Because I went through the NASM. It's not.
Plus,
It's
it's
not
kind
going
of
to
like
touch.
why you
It's
think
not
it's
going
like
to touch
YMCA.
anything. Yeah, it's not. It's not going to touch anything in terms of hormonal regulation.
wait a
or
second. Just
anything
wait a
like that.
second before you get all riled up.
Don't disappoint Fouad.
He didn't. Don't piss on my fucking parade before
Yeah,
I.
man, he was all happy
start
about it,
walking
though.
down. Okay,
You're
just
trying
let
to
me.
pull up Tyler's ass, and
me
I'm
let
just
me
telling
get.
you you're wrong.
I'm not up Tyler's ass. The reason this is coming up is because how many times on the podcast have we said, would it not be great if the IFBB had some type of health coverage or way to look into people's health or get them to do blood work or something?
Sure,
No,
this
let me
isn't
finish.
that.
Just let me fucking finish. I know it's not that. I know it's not that. I know that they're not going to be doing blood work. I know all that. But I think depending on what the certification is, I'm going to play the clip just because this is what I got from it. And I don't know, maybe I got something from it that's not accurate.
Unless NASM have changed or added modules to their
Well, let's just play the clip
foundation,
and then let's play the clip and then you guys
This
tell me,
interpretation from the clip.
let's tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think.
We'll listen as well.
Why can't I hear this? Why can't I hear this? Can you guys hear
I
it?
don't know, but it's now gonna loop back on your YouTube. So
If
you got to mute your
you're
YouTube.
on your, if you go to the bottom where your search thing is and just type in sound control,
1 second.
it could be that your browser's coming through a different device. You just switch it
No,
to.
because I can hear you
James
guys.
just spoke Japanese to me there, mate. What?
Oh, this is why it's filled.
I can hear everything. I just can't hear the.
Oh, it's on the bottom right. It's muted in the actual video. Bottom right.
Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry.
A coaching certification for the NPC and IPB Professional League for the United States and Canada. Now, why did we decide on this collaboration with NASM? Because we want to emphasize health and safety for our athletes. This certification ensures that coaches are equipped with the knowledge to prioritize the well-being of their athletes and still give them essential strategies to make them look their best on stage while doing it in a way that is healthy for everybody. Now, this is very important for us. We want the journey for everybody to be the best journey possible. In the future, we will have a lookup tool on NPC News Online that will allow you to look up and find coaches that have went through the training and got the certification through NASM so that while you're making your choice on who to be your coach, you can be better informed. I think this is a great thing for everybody involved. I feel like it can only have a positive effect for the future of the NPC and the IFBB Pro League. So very excited with this collaboration with NASM and excited to see what the future holds.
Okay, so before you shit on anything, Ben, what
I'm bad shit on it.
just hold on a minute, man. Fuck, you're so crazy. Just relax for a minute. This is not an attack on your coaching service. This is not. You're not competing with them.
I understand.
The elite coaches are still going to be the elite coaches. This is, in my opinion, what that's going to do. All those fucking stories of people that are like, yeah, I didn't know who to hire, so I hired my buddy who's a coach in my fucking gym, and this person made them do grams and grams of fucking steroids. What I got from that clip was this is more than just training in the gym. It sounded like the certification had something to do with health.
No, if you go to the NASM website, they cover basic nutrition and training principles. That's it.
So what you're saying then is a coach could still go there, get the
They still have no idea on
and still be a
grams and blood
horrible
work.
and still be a horrible drug pusher.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
funny.
It's got it
Why
has
does Ben always have to
zero.
piss on my fucking parades? Hey James, what the fuck?
I know, but the thing is, on the other side is you'd hope that at least it then brings people. You can see who they are, and if they do cock up and if they do fuck around, at least that they'll be found out very quick if they are part of an association. I suppose. I don't know. Because you need to bring some of these coaches go under the radar because the fact they're not associated with anything. Whereas if there is an association and then someone comes forward and says, look, this coach has got a bit of a bad rep, would that not be better than them just living out in the clouds somewhere and no one knows this person?
I think it's going to make zero fucking difference to the athlete's well-being and health. Zero fucking difference.
Well, then that's a shitty certification. What I thought it was
I don't think it's a shitty certification. It's a certification when you're doing right. Most of it is a personal training certification.
But for what we're
you
after.
can go so that you can go onto the gym floor in a Crunch Fitness or in a Planet Fitness and coach somebody safely and get insured. That's basically what it is.
That's it. Podcast done. I'll see you now.
Yeah, all right.
Fuck this, I'm going home.
Sorry.
I'm going home.
Go ride your bike.
I wish I had a coffee right now. Damn.
I just don't. I think the problem, it doesn't fix to me, and I might be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then great. But I'm not. It's not going to fix the problem that exists. The problem isn't people's execution in the gym, right? That's not the problem. It's not their squat form or their deadlift form, which, okay, sure, make that better for everyone. Cool. That's a benefit. So, okay, if there's a minimum standard over here, but that's not addressing the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is people not understanding
I just want to address
what they're doing, internally.
I just want to address something in the chat. I didn't think the certification was going to help people with PEDs. What I got from his message was that it would have something to do with health, meaning they might be looking into your blood work. They might help you mitigate some of your problems. That's what I got from what he was saying. If it's just a regular training certification, then
it's a personal training certification. Period. That's it.
Yeah.
They haven't had, unless, and I just looked at their website while you were playing their video. They haven't actually. There's no like lab work certification. Those things don't really exist unless you go to fucking school, university. Like I went to not to campus, but my degree is in human biosciences. Like I studied biology, and that it wasn't pertaining to steroids, but I have a background-based biological foundation to be able to extrapolate and then real-world experience. But honestly, with drugs and PEDs, because there's no like clinical data on giving humans exorbitant amounts of performance-enhancing steroids, there's no fucking certification for this. It doesn't exist.
You don't think there's any benefit at all, is what you're saying?
Yes, there's a benefit.
I'm not saying there is. I'm asking you.
No. There's a benefit, but it's over here. It's over here.
It's a training benefit only.
It's a better squat,
basic nutrition,
better deadlift. Basically, it's very basic. It's like you don't know jack shit.
Again, still has its place, but it's.
I guess I got my hopes up and I read too far into the post without.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? This kind of fits the categories that are appearing now. So this is more for, like we got like the new fit model and guys like that earlier on in their training. So it kind of goes hand in hand because this is now an entry point for coaches that are maybe not of a tier like as high up as someone like Ben, but they can then at least train these individuals into their first contest,
And I think that's a good thing for people to be like, okay, but I thought it was more of like, look, we have a certification in Canada called CanFit.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's something like that.
Yeah.
Which is not, it's not very intensive and doesn't really do.
That's what we had. We had the ASCSM guidelines for training and.
It's basically like you come out of school and you're like, oh, I want to be a personal trainer. So you go to a commercial gym and they're like, Houston, you've got to have insurance. Well, you're not going to get insurance unless you've got these basic certifications, which is basically health and safety in the gym. Be able to teach somebody a deadlift without fucking like wrecking them, like get them to move correctly, and then know first aid, basic first aid. That's that.
This guy actually made a really good point here. Where did it go?
Super chats disappeared.
This guy said J3U and the IFBB partnership would have made much more sense.
Yeah.
So when people say like, oh, because a couple people in that comment said, because I commented on it, and a couple people were like, oh, you're just brown nosing Tyler. I'm like, it's not. I don't really give a shit who the certification's from, or who in the IFBB decides it's a good idea. Even if it was J3U, that would be great. If John Jewett partnered up with the IFBB and said, I'm going to offer this certification, and it does cover, they can't cover PEDs because obviously there's legal ramifications.
Well, that's the thing, is that admittance of PEDs, and that's where
but I understand that. But he can say, my coaches have a general knowledge of blood work
and hormones.
and hormone therapy. Like, you know what I mean? Like Merrick does that. Merrick says, you know, I
But
mean,
that's where I'm.
their people aren't all doctors. Some of them are consultants.
But then again, that's why like I'm doing my coaching mentorship thing, right? It's basically so, but I can't do it on a broad way because I want to do it. And that's the thing. I will never do something like John Jewett has his much more broader, right? It's a course that you can log on to, which is a great resource for people. I'm not knocking it. I've signed up to it. I went through it and I kind of did my background research on it because I was interested. But for me, I want to work with somebody like this, right? And then we're like, okay, let's get in the nitty gritty of stuff and like you
I
can
know,
ask
Ben,
me
but that's not what
questions
I'm
in real
talking
time.
about. But that's not what I'm
No,
talking about.
no, I know, but the only
That's
one
not how you help.
is
That's not how you help an entire industry.
no, but that's what I mean. You're trying to. I think you're almost trying to tackle an impossible task, though.
No, I'm not trying to tackle an impossible task. There are some very, very simple guidelines that could mitigate a lot of people's problems down the road. Like I'll give you a very, very simple one. Ignoring your blood pressure.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay. These very, very simple rules can help all bodybuilders.
It's way more nuanced than that, man.
I know it's more nuanced than that, but it doesn't. If you had a certification where you could teach coaches how to mitigate health risks to
Okay,
a certain,
take blood.
to a certain degree.
Just pick one then. Pick blood pressure.
Okay.
How many different fucking factors could be driving that up?
Wait. I didn't say the coach is not a doctor. I'm not saying the coach is addressing the factor that's making it rise. But the coach can tell the client, hey man, you probably need to see somebody. Your blood work's a little out of whack, or your blood pressure's a little out of whack. You might need to be on a fucking blood pressure med. You should probably go see a doctor. Like your coach should be able to say that to you. Those are very basic, general things that a coach can say. He's not saying, I'm going to prescribe blood pressure medication. He's not saying
No.
you could take this much blood pressure medication. He's just saying, look, this range of blood pressure is out of whack. You should probably go talk to your doctor.
But see, I think that's even incorrect.
Why?
Your blood pressure is this. We're working together. Your blood pressure is this. Why the fuck is it this? Not go see a doctor and get a medication.
No, hold on a minute though. You as a coach would, if I came to you and said, my blood pressure is 180 over 110, you would go, holy fuck, we need to address what's going on. Wait, let me finish. We need to address what's going on in your plan that's causing this, but that's going to take some time to change. In the meantime, you should go see a doctor and maybe get some blood pressure medication, have them recommend something.
No, that's where I would differ. But then again, I like to think I have the knowledge and experience to be able to pinpoint. Like I would rather,
but you're getting even further down the road. I guess what I'm saying is most coaches aren't even fucking doing that.
But
like most of these, think about, you're thinking of coaches on your level. Think about the coach that just did a level 1 show and now he's like, I'm a coach. That coach is not going, hey, let me check your blood work or check your blood pressure, or those coaches aren't doing that shit. All they're saying is, how much gear can I give this person to make sure they look really good so that more people buy my coaching? You know that. You fucking pointed these people out to me.
Okay. Is that going to change? You think that'll change?
That's the issue.
I don't know how that's going to, listen, I don't know the answer. I'm saying that's where we have to get to, is finding a way to change that. So if there's a certification that somehow, and I'm not saying I know how, if there's a certification that somehow says, look, if you're fucking reckless with prescribing drugs to your fucking clients, you can't have the certification. And I know there's no way to monitor that, and I know there's no way to get there, but I'm saying that kind of, when I saw Tyler's message, that was kind of my hope, is that's where that was going. Because those are the coaches that are the most worrisome. It's the ones that are so ambitious to grow their coaching that they will prescribe trend to a fucking bikini girl.
Okay, but so my question is, say NASM covered what you were hoping it did, right? For instance, so coach goes on, they're still going to be ambitious. Oh, I did the course. Hey, mate, fuck it, let's still go.
I know that, Ben. I know there's always going to be, yes, there's always going to be reckless people. There's no way to possibly solve the problem
And
100%.
and
But
half
solving the
the
problem
issue,
50, but solving
I
the problem
think,
50% is still better than not solving it at
yeah,
all.
but I think one of the most powerful things in recent bodybuilding has been podcasts, not necessarily just this one, but this is a big part of it, but all the others where there's coaching advice and people are discussing dosages and cycles and actually understanding that it's not as high as people should or need to, but it doesn't stop people. And people still don't fucking believe you.
There's always the reckless, isn't there?
Okay. We both know that there's no way to eliminate reckless people. We both know that we all know that there's no way to eliminate people being reckless just because of their ambition. I know all that. That's not, you're not saying anything that's not obvious. What I'm saying is, even if you could help some people, it's better than helping none.
I also go back to the conversation that you and I had the other day on the phone about open bodybuilding. Remember?
Yeah. There's
Well,
risk.
I'm like, hey man, your fucking body, your responsibility.
Of course.
You sign, and I do agree. And just to fill people in, like one of my points was, I think you can compete in classic and
But
men's
you're saying
physique
two different things now,
relatively safely.
But you're saying
No.
Our conversation was about a person's personal responsibility. That I 100% believe in. It's my choice if I want to do 5,000 milligrams of test a week or 500.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, the problem is when you get a bodybuilder who's brand new, who doesn't know anything, and he's signed up with a coach who also doesn't have any fucking experience, but he's just a coach because he won 1 or 2 shows. And that guy tells him, you need to do X. And this guy's personal responsibility is being given to the coach. Because he's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just going to let this person tell me what I need.
Sure.
So
but listen, I don't see a route, and this one certainly doesn't fix it to get there.
Yeah, I agree that. I agree that I don't have a solution, but I'm saying that's the problem I'm trying to fix.
Yeah. Look, I've worked with plenty of people who respect I mean, that shit, they're paying me, so I assume they respect my opinion, and they still fucking take more than I tell them to. Or
Yeah,
sure,
I know.
like it's like, well, oh, take X amount, and they double it up because let's just push the boundary, you know.
You know what? Hi, Stefan. We got a
debate going on.
We have a. What's going on? Did you shave everything on your face? You look very clean shaven today.
He's fresh.
He's younger.
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday, you look very fresh today. We're actually not really debating, but talking about an important topic that's important to me anyway. I think it's important to all of us. Is there a way to have a coaching certification or coaching class, or I don't know what word you want to put on it, where you can eliminate those reckless coaches that just prescribe mountains of drugs, or maybe know a little bit about blood work, or
No.
Just there's no way to do it.
Yeah,
No.
that's what Ben said.
Complete no.
Stefan
Thank you. Where were you 10 minutes ago? Fuck.
No, it's completely not. Okay. Let them all study medicine, and then you can answer the question with yes.
Ben, I didn't say you were fucking wrong.
No, but I love gloating a little bit.
Shit-eating grin off your face. I didn't say, I never ever said you were wrong, and I also never said I had an answer. But I said that's the question.
That's the problem. I can't. If you
know,
Stefan's answer was the same as mine, but the solution is there isn't one.
Even when it's not about professional bodybuilding, yeah. If you take a look on all training certificates or all of that stuff, it's a very, very, very tough topic where it's hard to hit every aspect which is needed to bring the guys to the limit. You see that, for example, when you take a look at other sports, and you have professional football trainers which went through all the exams of sports physiology or whatever, at least in Europe. The real knowledge they have, or the practical knowledge they have when it comes to training, resistant training, weight training, individual biomechanics, nearly every scholarship is kind of bad. And when it comes to professional bodybuilding, where so many medical topics play a role, even I sometimes get to the borders of knowledge. you know, and I
Okay,
studied medicine and nutrition, and
but you
sometimes it's hard to get the right answer without even communicating to some real experts in a specific medical topic.
okay, but you've gone way further than where I started. I'm not looking for somebody to have your level of knowledge or greater, or Ben's level of knowledge,
Yeah,
or
but even the question you ask, the question you
I'm
ask
asking
is
a
not
very,
is
I'm
not a
asking a very,
knowledge question. It's a question if you are an asshole or not.
yeah,
What
yeah.
you know what I
No,
mean?
no, not necessarily, not
You
necessarily,
think?
not necessarily. And I'll tell you why. There are a lot of people that coach
Uh-huh.
that I've noticed in the modern era of bodybuilding that maybe win one or two shows or do one or two shows and then decide they're going to coach. These people have very basic, if even that, knowledge of pharmacology. Like, look, I've been bodybuilding for 20 years, and I would call my knowledge of pharmacology basic. So assuming some of these guys that are just starting out probably is even less than mine or less than most people, but they're telling people they need to take X amount of drugs, right? You need 1,000 milligrams of tren, you need 200 micrograms of T3, you need this. This is not because I think they're maybe assholes. I think it's because that's what they think works and that's what they think you need.
They don't know
Yeah,
any
but they,
better. Yeah.
but still they won't get the knowledge concerning that, because the knowledge concerning that is just 20 years of work.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask, just play this game with me.
Yeah, yeah.
What if there was a certification? Like, let's say you had a pharmacologist, like a real, like somebody who knew everything about drugs. Let's say you had a certification board where you had a pharmacologist, a dietitian, and a exercise science, exercise and strength and conditioning. And these three people put together a certification. And when you go through it as a coach, you learn kind of what's dangerous and what's not. And I know that's very nuanced and it's very hard to determine what's dangerous, what's not. But you know, there's some upper limits to things, right? Wouldn't that still produce a better coach?
Most probably yes, but still in Europe you would have that legal issue, that decisions
What's illegal about it though?
that is answers and question concerning that is a medical topic.
Hold on a minute. But hold on. I just want to ask a question.
Yeah.
I'm a guy coming to you. You're one. Let's say you're the coach that's giving the certification. You're just teaching me about PEDs, and I'm just learning about PEDs. There's nothing illegal in that. That's what we're doing on the podcast right now.
Yeah, you can talk about theories and in a hypothetical situations.
Yeah,
right? And how drugs interact and what your certain.
There's nothing illegal. There's nothing illegal about me going to J3U and saying I'm going to pay John Jewett and I'm going to do his course. I don't know if John does PEDs in his course or not, but there's nothing illegal about.
There's a big module covering drugs.
So there you go. Sure. So there's nothing illegal about me going to pay John Jewett and learning all about steroids.
But a lot of it is anecdotal, right? Rather than
of course it is. Of course
medical, right? You have to be like, in a situation like this, I would do this, or I would do that. But to stamp a certificate on it that then people are using as evidence to employ someone on, that's legally really tricky then.
Yeah, I guess if you put a license on it, then it's different.
You're fucked.
But it depends. If the license is based on steroids, like your license doesn't have to be based on steroid use.
No, but if you're what could be a good thing everybody could benefit from is basic medical knowledge. Let's call it like that. But still, that won't change anything, because it's, you know, the guys who are honest, the guys who want to do a good work, they will get to the knowledge to give the good suggestion.
I know, but again,
and the other one still will don't give a fucking shit on it. You don't think so?
Well, you're also still assuming that we're talking about unethical people. I'm also talking about people that just don't know. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a perfect example.
But no. Yeah. Now let me answer like that. But if you are a guy who has no knowledge and advises other people, you are not ethical.
Well, but that's not true. I think ethics is a matter of knowing. So if I knowingly don't know anything, like if I know in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't know shit, I'm just guessing, then yes, that's unethical. But a lot of these people, like, look, I'm going to use myself as an example.
Yeah, a lot of them don't know how deep the closet goes, right? So they
Yeah,
think
I'm
they
gonna
know
watch.
everything, and they're in a position to advise as
Watch,
well.
I'm gonna use myself as an example. After my 5th or 6th year of bodybuilding, I signed on with a certain coach. This coach had me using 100 micrograms of T3 in my prep, which is not insane, but
Oh, sure, quite.
it's aggressive. It's aggressive.
There's still people doing more than that, by the way, right
No,
now.
I know,
Still...
but it's aggressive because I know now that like 12 and a half micrograms or 25 micrograms is usually enough. What I'm trying to say is when I was coaching people at that time, Stefan, I thought 100 micrograms was normal. I wasn't being an asshole. I just thought this is what people do. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people that are coaching that don't necessarily have the knowledge base. So if you could create a certification that would give people the knowledge base of, hey, these are some borders you need to stay within.
All right, I'll do everyone a favor now listening. If your coach has you running more than say 37.5 micrograms of T3, fuck them off.
Anyway,
there
look,
you go.
This is a never-ending conversation, and I know there's no answer, but honestly, it's been 5. I've been doing this podcast. Actually, in a month from now, it'll be 6 fucking years. And for 6 years, this conversation has come up numerous times because I'm always trying to find a way to make sure that the next generation doesn't have the same problems my generation had.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where this is coming from. So we'll just keep on
Still,
discussing.
I think it's a hard task because that ethical thing is the most thing because the people are, I would say it's comes from two sides.
Yeah.
Or actually it's a society problem. Everybody wants fast results.
Right.
The athlete wants fast result.
Right.
Puts pressure on the coach.
Right.
The coach wants to sell his service, wants also to give fast results.
Agreed.
And then that's always fucking bullshit happens.
Yeah.
And that sometimes you are right with the lack of knowledge, but sometimes it's just not okay what is going on because the question and the answer is wrong.
Before you came on, Stefan, I actually said that to Ben. I said there are people out there that are prescribing major doses of shit because they want to sell more of
They're
their
impatient.
Yeah, they want to sell. It's not just they're impatient. They know if they get results with this girl, even if they have to make her take tren, they know that a whole bunch of other girls are going to sign up afterwards.
But you know,
also a discussion I had for example today is also that immense must getting a pro card makes most people to do incredible things that when they get a pro card with 25, they are completely done. Yeah. They won't be able to do one more season or 2 more seasons because it's just everything.
Fried everything on the process.
Right. I just want to read these couple super chats. Connor Burton Training says, Fouad, how many weeks did it take you to get shredded glutes? I could get ready for a show in 8 weeks if I had to get that level of conditioning. I don't advise it though. I think I probably lost a little bit of muscle in the process.
Why did James know that you had a time change?
I don't know how James knew that.
I didn't know. I saw that you came up on YouTube.
Oh.
Yannick was like, Fouad's gone live. And I was like, oh, okay. I better check my emails.
I forgot to tell you guys
so the real answer, James knew because of Yannick.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was a bit baffled because I was like having my post workout and I was like, oh, I normally got a bit more time than this, and then I went for a poo.
Sorry. Zach Bartlett lifts says, much love, lad. Smashing it. Any tips for first timers? I'd love to give you some tips for first timers, but that's a really broad question. Give me something a little bit more direct.
Get peeled.
Get shredded. Yeah, get huge.
Don't worry about how big you are. Get peeled.
Spillage Village says, does this now open up the IFBB to liability claims if a bodybuilder hires the NASM certified trainer and something serious happens to their health? I don't think so.
No. And I think that's one of the reasons why is because NASM doesn't cover that side of things. So there's no repercussions, right? And that's where the repercussions come. It's like if you offer a certification that does cover that, and then you fuck someone up, where's the liability coming back to, right? But with NASM, they're just covering nutrition and training. So if someone ODs or takes something crazy, well, that's not on NASM.
It wasn't. Yeah, it isn't there.
We didn't know about that. We didn't teach you that.
How serious is that organization? Is it a well-known good one?
Yeah, in this US, it's massive.
Well,
At least that's good.
The reason this all came up, Stefan, is because I got my hopes up because Tyler made that post about the NASM, and it made it sound like it had something more to do with health. And I think it's more of just a training certification. So it's kind of my fault for jumping the gun. So then we got into like how to make it about health.
But maybe it's a start, you know, maybe that's the ball rolling for it to evolve into some form of, I'm sure they're trying to figure it out, but they also, if you're the IFBB, they gotta be very, very careful as to what they're.
Hey, I like this question. I just want to read this question. It says, Fouad, what other successful open bodybuilders in history had an H frame? Obviously referring to the H frame that Bob Ciccarello called Nick Walker.
H
as instead of an X.
Yeah.
Frame. And I would say that when Jay Cutler won his Olympia, he had an H frame. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I remember back in the day, his fucking nickname was the Fridge for a little while. Like he had a beautiful aesthetic shape, like in 2001 when he almost won.
And then he fucking went. Ugh.
Then as he continued to grow, people started calling him the Fridge because he just became a big box of muscle. So you can win the Olympia with an H frame.
He's probably huge.
Yeah, it depends who you stood next to, though, right?
Well, Jay was standing next to Ronnie Coleman, who was arguably the greatest bodybuilder of all time.
But the bad,
but even the bad. Okay, okay, wait. Let me take your example. Okay, let's say you were about to say that's the bad Ronnie Coleman. let's say you're right. Let's say you're right. That's the bad Ronnie Coleman. How bad is the bad Ronnie Coleman though? That's still like top 10 in the world of all time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Ronnie
five.
fucking Coleman. But Ronnie Coleman is on his own Mount Rushmore.
I know, but what I'm saying is
else.
the H frame was still good enough to beat like fourth of all time looks. Right? So I'm just saying.
I think it was more of a
okay. Let me ask you.
But hang on. Do you not think there was more of a punishment against Ronnie than a reward to Jay? Because that does happen.
I don't know. Sometimes when I look at that 2006 Olympia, I'm still not sure Ronnie lost.
I know.
Well,
I kind of like how big Ronnie was.
I watched it. I watched it 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago, and I was shocked how not good both looked.
I'm not good.
Let's see.
Victor should have won.
Yeah.
No,
Victor should have won.
No, you guys are talking about
No.
7.
Also,
No. He's still looking at
6'2". Let's see.
You know.
Wait a minute. James, you're saying Victor should have won in 2006?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Take a look. Put on a video 2.6. I saw it. I think 3 weeks ago, and I really was shocked.
Victor might have been better in 06 than he was in 07.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, do a video.
I always back down
his
to
color,
James' knowledge on this. I don't know.
His collar and his legs were a bit bigger.
Go to YouTube. Can you go to YouTube?
Yeah, Vic 06, man, was underrated. He just didn't get checked.
I don't know.
He could have had two Olympias, to be fair, 06 and 7.
And I saw them then live 2 or 1 week later in Graz.
I bet he looked good there.
And it even went downwards.
So in my lap.
Oh, wait. I got it.
You got it?
1 second. Shit.
What shit again?
I remember Vic in 06, man. Like, yeah, look at the color, the dark color. I loved how he looked there.
Look, he looks incredibly good.
That's Jantana.
Yeah, he looked great at that year. Even better color than the previous, the following year, sorry. And his midsection was crazy as well.
Jay does look good there, though.
He does. His left shoulder's a bit sunken, isn't it? From
a little bit. Yeah, you can see that. His legs look a little bit down too, compared to 2009. They were fuller in 2009.
When they posed, Victor was crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't think Victor is better than Jay there.
Keep it going.
think
Let them do at least one pose
I know. I'm just
before
saying.
you decide.
it was a good Vic, man.
Look at this fucking lineup, eh? Holy shit! Look how
Ronnie
good
still had
Ronnie,
those crazy delt tines.
look how good Ronnie looks. Even like not a great Ronnie is still great. Why did it
It's just
pause?
freaky, isn't he?
Oh, whoever's making the video paused it. 1 second.
Oh, he's probably got like an analysis going on, hasn't he?
Okay, there's a front double. I don't think Victor wins that, dude.
I think Ronnie wins that.
Jay don't win it though.
But does Jay win it?
No,
No.
I said Ronnie. I said Ronnie. I'm not saying
Yeah, but who's second?
who's second.
I got Dexter ahead of Jay.
Dexter
Yeah.
looks second in that pose.
Right.
Keep going.
I'm going. Here, wait. Okay, I like watching them move around. You can see a little bit more when they're moving.
Right, Jay.
All right, let's see the
Sorry,
side chest. Fucking Dexter looks so good, man. Okay, what do you guys think?
It's both not really good.
That's close.
I feel like those two were just slightly over slinned up.
Yeah.
Oversaturated.
I think they were just trying to out slim each other.
Wait, Ronnie's not in the shot.
Dexter in that shot.
Dexter looks good again, man.
Dexter's battling here.
All right, let's see the back. Well, the back has got to be Ronnie's.
No, because Ronnie's right.
Victor looks really good in that one. Take a look.
Yeah.
His back's a little shallow.
Not Jay.
Jay's just got.
Look at the back. Victor really looks good.
It's Victor.
Oh, but wait a minute. You can't even see Ronnie. Ronnie's got to be.
So skip forward. It's got to go square on, surely.
That's
no,
it's not going to go square.
man.
I just need to say it. Fouad is biased.
It took you that long to work out.
All I said was you can't see the pose. You can't pick Victor. You can barely see Ronnie.
I've got this on DVD. The actual.
All right. So you, in the back double. Hang on. In the back double, you can't.
Okay, ab and thigh. Who's got that? Who's got the ab and thigh?
Well, look at Victor's shoulder width. And
Victor. I give Victor.
Victor.
Yeah, Victor's got the ab and thigh.
I think shafted Dex and they shafted Dex. Yeah, for sure.
Dex's ab and thigh is crazy good.
It's crazy. It's a better midsection, but he's still a smaller guy than Victor. Look at Victor there in that most muscle.
Victor does look.
Yeah, I
good.
in the ab and thigh, I go Victor, then Dex for sure.
You know why Victor didn't win this? It's because he still didn't have the mass that he needed. Like if you look at him next to Jay, Jay looks a lot bigger.
I don't know, man. Do you think maybe thicker, but I don't know about width.
I don't know. He looks a lot bigger.
Take a look. Even if you say the side transition, Victor has much more flow, much more lines. And his chest is nicer midsection.
Dex and Vic are killing it.
Yeah, Dexter and Victor Martinez will win that shot.
I think you guys are totally looking at this in 2D. These guys are half the size of fucking Jay.
Of course, we were looking at it in a ropey YouTube video.
I know, but what I'm saying is like you guys are picking Dexter and Victor because they look perfectly statuesque.
Yeah.
But what, you mean they're posing correctly? Yeah, okay.
No, but I'm saying if you're sitting there in person, you would see that Ronnie is double the size of Dexter.
You know, next thing Ben Fouad is gonna tell you, he talked with Steve Weinberger.
And it's open bodybuilding and everything.
Size matters, baby. Look at that. Look at this fucking back. This is not even a conversation.
Yeah, that's it. That's insane. But Chase is kind of disappointing.
I think Dex looks good though.
Wait a second. You said the back double was Victor's. That's not possible with this backside. And I don't mean just the back. Look at all of it.
But I want to judge it off of shots like this, though. Now I can judge it, right?
Yeah, and it's completely lopsided.
Well, it's your fault for bringing up shitty videos.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We're seeing it head on there, and you can see clearly Ronnie's the fucking king.
Can we see this back double?
1 sec. Let's see where we're at now.
I'm only judging off what you're showing.
I think Ronnie had a couple too many rice cakes at this show.
Okay, let's see. Who's got that shot? If you guys say Dexter, I'm shutting
Ronnie's arms.
I'm gonna fucking
Ronnie's that side to side is Ronnie.
This isn't even fucking close.
Ronnie's so big. Look at the arms. Even the chewed up left arm is still huge.
Yeah, that's insane.
And that's his arm that's torn on the triceps disappeared. And he's still got a fucking massive bicep. But Dexter's right arm was always bigger as well.
Like this. I don't know, guys. I'm like,
it doesn't help that the detail's like 480p.
Look at this.
Look at Dex there, bro.
This doesn't look human.
No, it doesn't.
How many IUs of Nova Rapid is in there?
Like James,
All of them.
James, can you seriously look at these three here and not pick out the winner?
Oh no, I really liked Ronnie that year. It was weird because I got it on DVD and I still thought Ronnie should have won because this is the pre-judging and he's quite watery. But when he came back for finals, he was a lot drier. If you look at Ronnie in the finals of this, he looked quite dry around the midsection.
When I look at these shots, I don't feel like Jay's conditioning is far better than Ronnie's.
It wasn't, and Ronnie gets in better condition at the finals. Trust me. When you look at the finals, Jay didn't get any tighter, and Ronnie did.
Jay didn't look like in condition from the back.
I don't think Jay won without doing directs apparently that year, which it kind of looks like maybe.
There's Victor. Ronnie's always been really bad at the front lat spread.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah, that was always his problem.
Yeah.
After 99, he couldn't do it, could he?
Dexter hits his lat spread so nicely.
I think in this shot, Jay's got it. That's my pick for this pose.
Yeah. Victor can never hit a front lat for some reason.
Because Dexter looks the best in the pose, but because
he's so much smaller.
Yeah, he's so much smaller. That's a problem.
Yeah. He looks like a bantamweight compared to. I would like if you could get. I know you still look at this, but if you could see a picture of Ronnie at the finals, he is far drier than the pre-judging. He was like overly.
Hang on, whoa! You about to get a back double there? Swear on, you motherfucker!
No, I'm back. It's okay.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Ronnie's right lat. Left flat tricep.
A little bit, yeah.
But is that really finals?
No. This one isn't.
That's not finals.
No. We went back quickly.
It's still prejudging. It's still prejudging.
Look at that. The legs though. The fucking glute hamstring.
Yeah. But I think
compare that to Jay's.
I think maybe Ben's onto something. Maybe it is more of a punishment because Ronnie's, even though this looks phenomenal, usually this is even harder than that.
Yeah, that's more extreme.
That's why I think you'll notice on the finals it's quite a bit. If I remember rightly, it's quite a lot better.
There we go. That's one more dead on.
I'm telling you, it's because they're comparing him to his best ever. They marked him down rather than compared him to Jay.
Yeah.
The point is also that his back double biceps got from year to year not smaller but more screwed.
Yeah, it lost. It did.
Wait, let's see this because Jay says Victor should have won the Olympia. So I don't know.
He for sure hasn't opened it now. That can't be full open.
That's full open.
Victor hasn't fully open, surely.
Do play.
It is play. Look at
but it's a picture. That picture is good.
That's
Victor has the best.
Looks totally different than the one you showed us before because you were biased. Really, take a look.
How come every time I have an opinion? How come every time I have a fucking opinion?
Yeah, look, Ronnie's left flat.
People always say that. I find it's funny. Fouad is biased.
Ronnie's left flat tricep insertion's gone. Look.
Yeah.
Gone, unfortunately.
You're an asshole. What's this?
Look at that left side. Just not there.
Yeah. For the lat spread he had, that really was.
Wait, Abbott side?
Yeah, he had the best lat spread at one point.
Okay, let's go.
That's insane again.
So Ronnie was definitely dry.
Cutler Ronnie.
When he had the
top one, wasn't it?
Yeah, top one. Yeah.
This is just the final announcement, though.
Oh.
They couldn't even see this when Ronnie standing there. How much better his kind of look was. That's 05 below. That's not even 06.
There, it's maybe full, mister. Go forward.
Yeah, look how much drier he looks there. Look, this is when he came out with Moses thing. But look how much drier his physique looks.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, what was that year, the Moses?
Yeah.
No, this is 2006.
Yeah, when he was Moses. He did Moses. He looked so much...
I think he was a motorcycle driver. Moses 2007?
Not Moses.
Moses. Yeah, you're right.
He has the tablets with him. But he just looked better than the finals. Pulled in a lot more. Just looked harder and drier. Like his delts were capped.
Here,
I really liked his look.
Let's take a look at them together. Dexter, Ronnie. Ronnie's posing. Jeez.
Yeah, Jay definitely didn't get tighter.
Melvin Anthony.
Melvin was top 6 2 times in a row.
I think six or fifth. Six.
Yeah, 6.
And Gustavo was
third.
Look how good Gustavo.
Fifth, fourth, third 2 years ago.
When they did that battle, the Olympia, you know, where you're on stage, Gustavo
The
versus
challenge
Ronnie.
round.
The challenge, yeah, the challenge round. That Gustavo versus Ronnie's a great fucking watch.
Shows how good Gustavo was.
He was
Very good.
When he does his pose, he goes, "Who?"
a lot of guys did that back then. It was
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Part of the. Yeah, Ronnie was so much better there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Even
he's a
though
lot drier. You can see through the gluten ham. He's a lot
just
drier.
couldn't. It's just that lat. It's a shame.
I don't know if my whole video is gonna get fucking demonetized now because we watched so much of that, but whatever.
Oh, they
I
usually
thought it was
do
only
it?
if his sound, isn't it? Or
I
is it if
know the guy that like we're watching his video, it'll notify him and then he can like
well, when they're saying nice words about him,
Or
Good video.
you helped us today.
good video, yeah. Okay.
send his channel. Bump his views.
Let's see what the chat is saying. Quest for Shred says size alone doesn't win Fouad. Derek versus Samson. You're talking about a fucking 8-time Mr. Olympia. Who said size alone? Like
Dude was conditioned to fuck.
Ronnie was not only the biggest.
He was the hardest for years in a row.
The
also-
most detailed, I would
He was
call it.
also the most conditioned,
Most detailed. That was the
most
crazy
balanced.
Yeah.
When he did that shit, the amount of shit he had going on through here and stuff. No
He
one
was
had
he
that.
was the most of everything all at once.
don't
That's
think-
why he's the fucking greatest.
I don't think people understand. It's like size alone doesn't win. Ronnie was
Or
size was only one of his major aspects.
And that came a bit later as well. Like you said, like in 98 and 99, what did he weigh?
Go back,
240s?
go back. I challenge anybody to go back and look at Ronnie in 98, 99, 2001 Arnold, and try and find a competitor on stage
Better than him.
that's more conditioned, bigger, more balanced. You might find somebody more aesthetic, but that's the only thing. And maybe not even 98, 99.
Because his aesthetics were pretty fucking good.
No.
We was discussing this in the gym today, yeah. Like
Yeah.
he had that like the wide pec.
Yeah.
You know,
The big squared off.
yeah, big pecs, slopey shoulders that when you fill it out, nothing compares. But people just can't fill that kind of frame out, but he did.
I know.
So good.
Well, and in 98, 99, he had a tiny little fucking waist to go
Oh,
with it.
mate, tiny waist.
It was crazy, man.
And that's when he could hit the lat spread back then. It used to just come off like a fucking, it's crazy.
And I would say even in 2006, like, yes, his waist got bigger and he threw off his aesthetics, but he was still...
He's still big enough
like,
to
we just looked at the top 4 guys.
Mhm.
Out of those 4 guys, Dexter was probably more conditioned.
Yeah.
But not by far.
no, not really.
And maybe not in certain areas either.
Not enough to make up for the size difference.
Yeah, and not through, and Dexter wasn't as, I feel like through the hamstrings and stuff wasn't as hard as, say, Ronnie. So it's just dependent.
This is what I think people that watch bodybuilding, they make the mistake of not, okay, Dexter's more conditioned and he's more aesthetic. So let's say he's a 10 out of 10 in those areas.
But in size.
But he's like in size compared to those other 4 guys, he might be a 7.
7, yeah.
So it's like you start to lose points in other areas where when you look at Ronnie, you're like, okay, well, he's the biggest, he's the most balanced. Maybe he's not the most conditioned, but it's not bad. It's maybe a 9 out of 10. Yeah. So that's where, and then Jay, you know, obviously has the same kind of thing. That's why Jay won.
But you could argue the same thing with Samson.
But does any one of you, without knowing now the result, but would any one of you, Jay, have given it in that year?
Jay?
You know, the only thing, Stefan, is I don't like to pretend I'm a judge.
But I'm not take away what's
No, it's just a discussion between us 4. Looking at the pictures.
I still had Ronnie watching it on DVD. When I watched it, I was still like, I think Ronnie's got it.
I agree with James.
Yeah. If I saw them live 2 weeks later in Graz.
Yeah.
And still there, but I was really biased because I was a huge Ronnie fan. So I thought that as he's still better than that. But probably it was just punishment because a few things really lacked to the years before.
Well, Jay got punished as well. Jay got punished in 08 because he didn't improve his condition, which they told him to do.
Oh, wait, you're right. Oh, wait, yeah.
So and then look what he did in 09. Came in 255.
But I don't even know if that was punished though, James. Like when we say Ronnie got punished, we're all agreeing that Ronnie was maybe a little better than Jay, but they punished him, so they gave it to Jay.
Yeah.
In 08, Jay was not better than Dexter.
No, I know. But that's what I mean. They gave him one chance. It's like they gave him one chance.
Yeah, they gave him a 07.
If you fucking slip up next year, it's gone.
Yeah.
There's like a difference between like leaving the door open and getting punished, right? And Ronnie there, if you just go off, if you have never seen Ronnie Coleman ever before and you just judge that show, you're giving it to Ronnie.
Yeah.
You know, in '08 it was a bad year for Jay because even his hair was off. Even his hair was off. It wasn't sticking up. It was like his hair was like it was like he looked like he just got out of bed. Bless him. Jay just wasn't. It wasn't a year that year. But then he came back in '09, slick as fuck, skinny face, and just walked the fucking floor with everybody.
When
This
it comes
guy,
to
this guy made a good point. He said Blake Patron says if Ronnie had come in prejudging like he did at finals, the results would have been different.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
you know, the 2.9 Jay was mind blowing. I think we all agree.
Yeah, he was really good.
And-
Second to
It's not
2001.
that's not my favorite Jay though.
I still like one.
Oh, it is. Yeah, for me it is. And if you,
Is it?
you know, yeah, my friend Matze, you know him. Matze is doing photography for shows and all the German content since 2006. He have seen every show, every
Nice.
Arnold, every Olympia. It was the former Team Andro, now Rep 1. And he still says when you ask him what the most dominant and most mind-blowing moment in bodybuilding was for him, he
Jay,
says 2009 Jay,
but is that
Jay
but is
Cutler.
that-
It was just
Okay,
boom.
but is that an emotion? Is that an emotional response?
I think it's a combination of everything.
Think about it. Because think
But
about it.
didn't you hang on? Didn't you say since 2006? So
Yeah, so he missed some of the good years.
Oh, so you missed like Ronnie 2003. That's
yeah.
So
Yeah,
within
you
that
know.
time period.
No, in that time period. In that time period. You know?
yeah. And from 2006 to 2009, yeah, I give him that.
I can imagine that would be probably one of the best.
But all the
There's not
good
really
stuff, all the good stuff happened just before that.
and after as well, like Phil Heath 2011
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
I want you to take a look at this real quick. 2001 J
Yeah, I like 01 Jay,
versus
though.
2009 J.
It just depends what you like, innit? His legs were more balanced because his left leg wasn't quite small, or right leg.
Well, also I think upper body to lower body is just more balanced overall.
Waist was smaller.
Waist tighter, yeah.
Again, just when you put on muscle, it just does that, doesn't it, over time?
I really like that. Also in that comparison, the 2.9.
This is here 01. I think this is 01 versus 06.
06. That's 06.
Yeah, but 06 is a bad one.
Yeah, you're right. We'll go back. I thought there was an 09 comparison in there somewhere.
09 was crispy.
We need Max Mark's muscle to do a
Max. Yeah, we need an 09 versus 01.
Wait,
You've probably
is
got one already.
Is this what that is?
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah,
Have you
but
been on his
you
channel?
think a whole video?
Goat Fitness. Thank you, Goat Fitness. Okay.
But do we have more than that?
I think so. But what do you think of the front relaxed? Now, okay,
Yeah,
one second though. This isn't really fair, and this is what I see all the
One's
time.
That's
outside.
that's a different posing.
No, it's not.
And
style.
he's not on stage. He's not on stage.
No, it's not just that.
When's it the
Jay,
car park?
Jay is like 20 pounds heavier in 2009.
Yeah.
So it's not just like the fact that the photo dimensions are off. It's also like Jay's I wouldn't say way bigger, but Jay's bigger in 09 than he was in 01.
Yeah.
But I like the posing more in 01 than in
Yeah,
09.
he looks more comfortable in 01.
Yeah,
Front relax is the hardest
There you
pose, I feel like.
Front double.
that's not 2.9. I don't think that
That's
is
09
that
on the
2.9?
right. Yeah, it's Vivos's pictures, 09.
This is 09 for sure. Look at the hair.
Yeah, the hair, yeah.
There was like a golden filter to the show.
Is this the okay? What do you guys think? I think
Yeah, here I like to one more I need to say because of the midsection for sure.
Yeah.
It's more pleasant to watch.
why is that a front and then a back? Why didn't they do them together?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
They've done a reversal in a minute, maybe.
The side chest.
Look at
Yeah,
young Jay.
here it's 09.
So he changed.
Oh.
He actually changed the way the side he was doing his
He
chest
looks
on.
better in 01. Look how clean this pose is. Here's all bunched
Yeah,
together.
here is just posing shit, but the muscle
posing
density,
shit.
the size of the
Yeah.
the size of the
You're not-
biceps,
You're not a
everything
fair.
looks
You're not a
better.
fair. You don't argue fair. When we were looking at Ronnie,
Yeah.
you were emphasizing his lack of posing ability.
Yes.
Now, because we're looking at Jay to suit your argument, you're like, yeah, it's just posing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but still with the back posing, it looks better than in 01. In that shot, front double, I'm with you.
Well, you think so? You think this looks better than this? If this was not the same person and these two guys were standing on stage together, you would pick this
I
over
like
this?
both. I like both.
I think I really would pick 09.
I think I would too.
I'm kind of torn on it. There's a lot of detail in the arm and the shoulder, but
He's more muscular. He's harder.
I
It's just
would
a
pick
posing. It's just a
09.
posing tweak. I'd go 09.
That posing is throwing me off though. You can only judge what you can see.
Look
That's
at the
maybe
delt.
even a
Look at the
transition he put
look at
out
the
of it.
separation. Look at the separation in the
There's
delt.
separation here. You just can't see it because
No. I mean, in the delt of the bicep.
Oh, this, yeah, the split here.
In there, like it's just.
Yeah.
I take
deeper and harder.
09.
Okay, I can give you guys
Chest
that. Fine.
harder.
And my argument was not shit.
It's weird because you know, one, he looks like he's got a bit of a tash there. If you go back, it's got like a little bit of a. It looks like you'd actually look good with a tash. Look, do you know what I mean?
there.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a bit of a tash.
Yeah.
It looked really good if he did.
Ah, yeah. Is it dirty or is that?
I think it's just a bit of tan, but he would actually look really good with a fucking tash.
Is it dirty?
He's just got he's a dirty.
Okay, this one I might have to give to 09.
It's the glutes so hard. He actually got his glutes harder.
Well, just the back also. There's a lot of like loose skin and shit in here. The back is a little cleaner.
His back double, he bunches it like I do, and I don't open it properly.
Yeah, he's got to over. He's on the left, especially. He needs to open.
It's hard to fucking fix that shit.
But he has
But
that
again,
mobility
it's a picture.
problem.
But it's also a picture. You don't know what.
Yeah, there's probably moments. Yeah, there could be moments.
Take that one.
They're very similar.
That's a good comparison.
It hasn't changed much, has it?
I think I would go 09 only because the aesthetics look the same, but he's bigger.
Yeah.
Like he didn't lose any of the aesthetics from
A lot of people really like Jay's side tricep. It's actually not one of my favorites.
I love that. What's wrong with it?
Yeah, I feel like his shoulders too high. I like when the shoulders down.
Yeah, it's not.
I like Dorian's side tricep.
Fouad hits his side tricep like that though.
No, I don't.
That's what he likes.
No, but because of the midsection, it looks really solid.
Yeah, you were a little bit up. I'm sure. Put up your one. I want to see your.
Keep the rest one going.
I just wanted to see some.
He's got to check Fouad's side tricep now to make sure he's talking shit.
Pick a good one. Pick one that one that suits your argument. You better pick right.
I like a side tricep when the shoulder's down.
I gotta find one. That looks
yeah, definitely.
Because Samson has his shoulder up. I would like Samson to have his shoulder down more.
Okay. Here, look.
Not that.
James is right.
You found one that's
shoulders down, not up.
Yeah, see, that's better. Yeah. That looks better, in my opinion, because you see your trap.
What are you doing on stage, though? Not in the locker room.
I can't find one.
Why do you look so angry?
I always look angry. It's just my fucking face. What do you want from me?
That's your fucking terrorist face.
I can't find a side tricep anywhere.
All right,
he did his whole career. He never hit a side tricep on stage.
All right, go back to good bodybuilder. Go back to good
bodybuilders. Okay. Where were we here? This one. Okay.
Melvin Anthony's look is funny in the back.
Okay, that's actually pretty close. But okay, this one's not fair though because I think his legs were more balanced in 01.
It was the right leg started to. I think he kind of had an injury similar to mine.
But these look pretty fucking phenomenal. They're all feathered.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy.
He had some of the best feathering, didn't he, in his quads?
Yeah. 09.
All over, yeah.
Him and his
midsection is a little thicker.
Look at that fucking physique, man. Holy shit.
01.
And it's signed as well.
Look how balanced that is. Look at the depth. Look at the depth of the fucking abs.
Yeah, that's 01, yes.
Isn't it funny how in there, like his abdominals is like he's deeper and more conditioned there, but from the backside, his glutes on the left are worse than on the right. You know what I mean?
It's muscle.
No. Because on the first one, the hip position is outwards, and on the second one, he's getting it forward. I think that's a fucking nice
shot, man. That quarter turn, that shot.
I'm going 01 on that.
01, that's one of the best shots of Jay ever, I think. I love that shot. It looks so pretty.
I like the lat. I like seeing that lat on the 09.
Another one, yeah.
I think that's it.
He is phenomenal. Big up Jay, man. 4-time Mr.
Yeah.
Okay, I just said this to somebody the other day. I told somebody to get some advice from him, I think. I said, why don't you reach out to Jay? He'll probably talk to you. And then I talked to them a little bit later and they never reached out to him. And I'm like,
wasted.
I'm like,
Jay's the man.
I'm like, I have to explain something to you. Jay is the king of kings in bodybuilding. And I don't mean just, when I say that, I don't mean like as a competitor. I mean like
everything.
Every aspect of bodybuilding on and off the stage, that is the person you go to for advice.
I have an argument, maybe you will all agree with me. We had a discussion under friends about the Arnold Classic. Nothing about that popular topics now, but there will come the day where Arnold
Has to step down.
very
He's
sad,
gone.
but he needs to step down or anything happens.
Jay Cutler
And
show.
then we said, who's the only person who
could-
could a little bit get in his footsteps? And that's Jay.
I
No
think Jay
one
Cutler
else.
Classic would be fucking tremendous.
No one else. It
I
just
agree.
could be Jay.
I agree.
Agree. He's
He can
Jay,
talk.
if you're listening,
He's just incredible.
Jay is
I think-
listening. He actually watches the podcast. It's actually really flattering. He fucking
Hostile
sends it.
can sponsor the Jay Cutler Classic.
I would be.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
already got the Jay Cutler Classic going on in Nevada, right?
Yeah, but I think we're.
But you need to build it into a big.
I mean, I think
yeah.
Like a replacement for the Arnold when the Arnold's done.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the second biggest.
I mean, major.
Do you think? Wait, why? But why is it going to stop though? Because isn't Patrick Schwarzenegger involved in the Arnold now? He was there last year. I think.
Oh, maybe.
It's,
I suppose it's hypothetical.
I think they're just going to keep it rolling. I don't think they're going to.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, you need a spokesperson.
Yeah.
I think so.
Face.
You know.
We all respect Jay so much that we can sit in a room and whatever he says, we're just going to listen to fuck to.
Jay on stage with a microphone is very charismatic too.
Yeah, that's the point. He could be the spokesperson.
I like that idea. I think that's really cool.
He really could be the
should also-
spokesperson of the sport.
Yeah.
Should be the athlete rep.
Yeah, just fucking bent my leg.
Don't get into the athlete rep shit. You know what? Actually,
Jay would be it.
really quickly before. Well, he's got way too much shit going on to be the athlete's rep. That's for sure.
Busy fella.
But what I would say is I just want to talk about the athlete's rep position for 1 second.
I'm going to be it.
If we were actually going to have an actual athlete's rep that did help everybody, I was thinking about it. I think a committee is the best way to do it.
You should always have it should be people that vote someone in, and it should be an agreement between many faces and people that have
The
respect.
union.
Yeah.
Well, it would be, what I'm thinking is it would be one person voted from each class. So like there would be one representative of bodybuilding, one representative of classic, men's physique, wellness.
Yeah.
But
then
what
you'd
should
have
be the
You'd have a committee of like 8 people or 9 people, however many classes there are, to
but
kind of.
what should be the job, or what should be the thing to do? Athlete representative without power or without any.
Well, I think the job of an athlete's rep, not traditionally, like traditionally an athlete's rep would head up a union. I'm not saying they should, the athletes should unionize or anything like that. What I'm saying is, at least if they had a representative, let's say all the bodybuilders are like, you know what, we want to have streamlined lighting. We want to make sure all of the shows have this type of lighting or this type of backdrop or this type of. We would like somebody to lobby the IFBB for us to put it in the contracts, because the IFBB could do that. If the IFBB wanted to, they could say, hey, every show has to have a black backdrop, or every show has to be in a theater, or every show has to have this, at least this minimal amount of lighting.
Yeah.
So you would have your representative from those groups saying, the athletes want this, the athletes want that, and there'd be no way to force it, but at least you'd have somebody talking for you.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But it just need to be listened then to it. Otherwise, it's.
I know, but it's different when every athlete's saying it on a podcast, or every athlete's just saying it in passing at a show,
For sure.
versus one guy who's dedicated to speak to whoever's in charge at the IFBB and say, hey, I've talked to 80% of the guys. They all agree this is one thing they would like. Is there any way to facilitate it? And the IFBB can say, no, fuck yourself. But at least you'd have one guy kind of talking for you. Maybe things like things like helping Baruz get a visa, or helping, you know what I mean? Like,
but the way they have it set up at the minute, they don't even need to say no, fuck you.
I'm not talking about the way they have it set up now, Ben. I'm talking about the
No,
way.
I'm just saying, why would they change it?
Well, they wouldn't. They don't have to change it. It's not about the.
That's what I mean.
It's not about forcing anybody to do anything. You're not forcing anyone to do anything. All I'm saying is, it might be nice for each division to have one person that represents them, that they can message, right? That so-and-so can message and say, hey, you know what? This would be cool. Or, hey, I need help getting a visa. Or, hey, I need this or that. Like, it'd be nice to have one person that can speak.
Take the load off of one individual as well across the board. I think it's better that you have specific people for each division. Because you can relate to them as well then. Because every division feels differently. Like no matter what we say, although we all are bodybuilders to a degree, we are all different. And I think it's good to have a relatable representative rather than just one.
You don't think it matters, Ben?
I do. I think I'm talking about something different where you started with the IFBB have got to want to have that system in place. And I don't see a reason. If I'm the IFBB, why the fuck would I want that in place?
No, I'm not saying this has to be an IFBB official position at all. This could be solely not an IFBB position. It could just be the athletes get together and say, hey, you know what? We want Ben to represent us. Ben is going to be
horrible idea.
It is a horrible idea, but at least you have somebody.
Good athletes. Would you say that?
At least you have somebody.
Ben would be the
Better
guy.
than nothing.
Yeah. Ben is going to be the guy who goes to talk to Tyler, or goes to talk to the promoter, or goes to try and help us get a visa, or goes to, like, that's going to be our guy that we talk to. So I don't know. I don't know if that's beneficial or not. In my career,
I understand. It's beneficial in principle. Yeah, I agree with you. I just don't ever think it's like something that
think about this. How many times have you heard an athlete complain about a backdrop that looks like
you're in a fucking
the backdrop is orange.
Yeah, but not.
And the guy comes out with an orange tan, and all the pictures look horrible. How many times have we seen?
But when you're the FBB and you hold all the cards, literally, why the fuck do you?
Well, I already said, Ben, that you don't have to listen. They don't have to listen unless the athletes are actually going to unionize, which I don't necessarily think is a great idea. All I'm saying is at least you have somebody to lobby for you. It's to sit down and have the conversation. Sorry, Stefan, go ahead. I didn't see your hand up. I don't know your hands up.
But for example, the backdrop discussion, it's not an IFBB discussion, it's a promoter discussion. Promoter of the show. And as we, during the media production we do with the German channels, I think we argue that every time. And every time we get quite the same answer, which is kind of understandable. They say, okay, we have those sponsors who want to be on that's at least what they say in Europe.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but still, that's the argument. They say they pay for it to be on the backdrop because they want to be on the pictures from the show.
But I'm not talking about logos.
Because the pictures are spread.
But I'm not talking about logos. I'm talking about the actual backdrop colors. So, like,
you mean that super spanky shit like at the Olympia?
Sometimes you'll see
LEDs
sometimes you see a backdrop that's fabric, but it's just blue and orange and purple, and like you can't see the bodybuilder.
No, that shit, but that we mostly don't have in Europe. We really have just the sponsors and.
So but they can standardize it, right? And I actually had this exact conversation with Tyler when I went to Pittsburgh, and they said, "Can you not standardize the lighting even?
The lighting not standard. The backdrop is easier to standardize than the lighting because the lighting.
But I was like everything.
Venue.
I was like, can you not have a criteria where it's like a minimum requirement of like the backdrop has to be whatever the criteria is? Because when you go to pay your sanction fee, then the IFBB should say yes, like for sure, like you paid the fee, but these are the criteria that you now have to put the show under. It's like if you're like in the NFL or football, there's certain like regulations. The pitch size has to be a certain size. Like the lines have to be a certain regulation.
Right.
But also the lightning you could standardize. You could say, okay, that must be the light color, and that must be the light power.
Yep, I agree.
Do you think the issue is because it's not just your event in that venue? So
non-IFBB Pro says, I love the episode. Bob was on Ron Harris today, and he said that there was a rep for each class way back before, but it quieted down. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure all of our ideas aren't brand new. And I don't even know if there's a need for a rep. I mean, fuck, I was a bodybuilder for 10 years as a pro.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't really need anybody to do anything for me, but all I know is like, I know a lot of guys have complaints that never ever get dealt with. So that's kind of why I'm bringing it up to begin with.
In Formula One, they have the Drivers Association.
Yeah.
And they argue about security and all that stuff, but actually nobody takes care.
Yeah.
They say we don't want to drive because it's too unsafe, it rains, and then they say, yeah, we're gonna go, or no, we're not gonna go, or whatever. But actually, a lot of those organizations are just toothless.
Yeah.
But you're right. But you're right. It's mostly money and sponsorship that drives the sport, and it's not what the athletes want to do or promoters want to do.
Okay. Let's do some questions.
Oof. He says, "What we got?"
Let's see. What do we got here? Would you ever add IFBB men's physique to the Detroit Pro? Yes, one day, probably. Ben, what do you think? One day?
Sure.
I know a lot of people that ask me like about your shows because obviously they know we're all friends, so they're always like, "I'd love it if they did that category," and I get asked that a lot. So it's definitely keen interest.
Yeah, I think we would like to
Just
have everything one day. We're just going to kind of grow it slowly.
slowly grow it, yeah, man.
Do you think
Makes
that
no sense to pay everything and
do you think both people in a relationship can be successful as each other, or do you think one has to take a back seat and support the other person to their goal?
both can be successful.
For sure. And even if you choose not to be on the surface successful, you're responsible for the success of your partner if you choose to be that way. So you are successful as well because you've created that success and that position. So my success, if I have anything that ever goes well for me and Yannick has contributed in whatever factor it may be, I believe that to be equal anyway. And then if she goes off and goes into banking again and then is successful physically for everyone to see, the same. I don't think you can.
Or in my case, we all have completely different careers, but
sure.
both very good careers.
For sure.
I think it's easier when people have different careers, though.
Oh, yeah, I think so. To see at least as well.
I haven't seen very many couples that are both in bodybuilding or fitness and have the same level of success.
Yeah.
Usually one is doing more than the other. So I don't know. Can Kennedy win the New York Pro?
Of course he can. If he's peeled out of his mind with that much muscle and that frame, he can win any show he fucking does.
He's pretty big.
He's a lump. I was with him at the expo and I was like, damn, boy. Damn, boy.
Stefan, what's gonna happen in Detroit? You got your two guys at the top there, James and William. How are they doing? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna beat who?
I did already do my.
I know.
I'm not Fouad Abiad who always changes predictions.
You know you're allowed to change predictions. That's not like a feather.
Yeah, but I don't do.
But that's not a feather in your cap that you don't change predictions. That just means you're stubborn.
Maybe. I still stand with what I said.
James posted these today.
That was this morning, I
That
think.
looks pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it's all right.
Especially the right one.
The right one, yeah.
Yeah, I pushed the lower back out and just made some adjustment like those.
You got
always go through
way
these.
more open. Lats are way wider.
It looks like you're coming into a perfect peak into Detroit.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, we've tinkered with some things that we felt we need to. So
it's going to be a good show.
Training's been very good. Energy's a bit up. So yeah.
I don't know what William looks like, but I think
I got a picture after training today next to actually. See if you see this, not that one, but there's a video there. If you scroll to the end of this one, scroll to the very end. If you scroll all the way to the right, I just did a bit of hams and chest today.
doing fucking hip thrusts.
Yeah,
working on those glutes.
Working on those glutes, baby.
Nothing bad about hip thrusts.
You're doing glutes and
pecs? Yeah, I did hamstrings and then I did chest. I quite like that little sometimes. This is my Branch Warren impersonation for like 5 reps.
What is that? How much is that?
150 kilos in each hand.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't get many, but
it was more as 5, 6.
It was like, and then a few partials. I just like the dumbbells just feel good, man.
Something no, like you skipped it.
What?
They're cool fucking dumbbells too.
Yeah, I wanted to count.
Oh, I think it's only like 5 or 6. And
does that one count?
No, those are
two. I did count.
They count. They count. Those little partials there count.
James, what dumbbells are they? They're fucking.
I have no fucking idea. I'll ask Adrian. They're really cool though. They're comfy.
4. You see, 5 easy.
I'm pretty dead on this one. Oh,
6.
That count. Count that one.
That count.
That's one as well.
6.5.
I did do incline barbell first, but I even love those kind of.
That was 9. The last one counted.
No, the last one was the best. I love the last one. That I have no idea what I'm doing. I throw it away.
It's just the fucking stretch feels good, you know.
It really looks solid. But the
It's lovely.
dumbbells are funny. You're right.
That's a good shot, man.
Yeah, it's all right. It's,
The
my
face
chest
is
had some blood in it today, so I was just like, yeah. Excuse the face.
I like the face.
That's
So-
your
The
face,
wrinkles,
mate.
the
Don't
lines.
apologize for your own face.
Yeah, no, we.
What are you weighing, James?
270 today.
270.
Was that 270 today, Stefan? I said to you.
270.
No, 270, nothing.
Yeah, I think it's 270 on the
I
dot.
think
270 is
that's-
straight.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, this is why I've been trying to fill out to.
Yeah,
to
but
establish
that's but that's the side chest. That one is the incredible one for him.
It's a good
It's
shot.
outstanding.
Yeah,
Hamstring.
it's one.
Yeah,
That's one of the
hamstrings.
best.
Bonkers.
He doesn't have many that aren't outstanding though. That's the problem.
He's very good. He's definitely front runner for the show. That's what I said.
Yeah, I got him. I think he might win the show. If they
I think if he had a face as good as mine, then he'd be.
I just went over the videos from Alicante, you know. I think what Sasan's biggest problem could be the first thing that he might not transfer that look to stage. That could be the problem. And the second is really that back shots, you know, that back double biceps. And also, even if the front relaxed looks very good, it's very narrow.
Yeah.
And
his frame
and you even were able to see that in Alicante next to William, who has a quite narrow bone structure.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but even next to William, that bone structure was a problem. And then from the back, he was lacking in that double by density. And, you know, also psychological wise, it's a problem. The double biceps is first, then you get kind of, even if the lat spread then is fine, you have that negative. But the side chest is the side chest and also the closed most muscular from the front. Those are completely insane poses.
Are you coming to Detroit?
No.
Why?
He's busy.
Because sometimes I need to be at home
You
also.
need to put your feet up sometimes and
Two
smoke a
clients
fucking.
here. You have to go.
I need to go to FIBO, I need to go to Pittsburgh, I need to go to New York.
but they're different weekends. You're fine. You're free that weekend.
You come in, he says.
Is ESN,
I want to live a little longer.
ESN going to sponsor a live stream
Where?
in Detroit?
Difficult.
Really?
But not impossible. Difficult is just a challenge.
Let's see what happens the next 2 years, then we can talk about it.
What do you mean? 2 years?
I think there's time to wait for that. Just show the 2 weeks time.
I think you should get them involved now. That way, we'll always be kind to them. If they wait till the show,
We kind to each other.
if they wait till the show is huge, I'm going to charge them an arm and a leg to get involved.
Listen,
I will bring it on the table when I meet some of them the next personal.
Listen, bring it on the table because you got two. How many clients? Three.
No, it's just James who is an ESN
No,
athlete.
Wesley's also an ESN athlete.
Wesley is. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And who else?
They're trying to win you over.
Oh no, sorry. I mean
I know that Jack Eagles is doing it from Britain.
And
he's
Jack
a-
Eagles is an ESN.
Jack Eagles is also ESN,
he's
all right?
yeah,
I get 3 fucking ESN athletes.
Shit,
Come on, man.
Yeah, but still, they always budget 1 year before, you know?
yeah.
Bullshit. I run a company.
Not bullshit.
I know how fucking budgets work.
Yeah, but that's maybe the reason why they are big, because they do budgets.
They're budgeting right. It's,
Don't fucking give me that shit. Listen. Talk to your
What? No, I will talk to them.
Yeah, but we're doing a free live stream. So
on here, right?
it's going to be on my channel. Yeah. Well, it's also we're going to have a separate link where none of the music will be copyrighted or any of that, but you can watch it on my channel also. This guy says, is Stefan the owner of ESN? No.
No.
Right.
What the hell? That would be crazy. No. I was the co-owner of Vayu. That was a high specialized, high-end supplement company, but we sold it to ESN, and I'm still a consultant for them.
Okay. Would you rather?
Oh, James! Now it was the snail.
Neil.
I got a question for you.
The snail is
Turned
down. Yeah, it's super cool.
Today's checking.
Nah, it's really good. I love it. Okay, question?
Sorry, with live check-ins.
Would you rather to be a black man in America in the 1800s or a Jew in Germany in the 1940s?
That's a hard question, bro.
What the fuck?
Who puts that question forward? Is that your work? Is that
Hey, my employee's laughing his ass off.
Fuck, that's a hard one.
Ryan, what would
Oh.
you do?
What the fuck? That one is tough.
You go black guy?
Yeah, I'm going black man.
I'm going black
America.
guy too.
I think
Yeah.
because as a black guy, you have really the chance to survive. As a Jewish in
you're fucked.
national,
Yeah,
it's done.
they went on a killing spree. Like as a black man, you say you just got treated poorly, but they weren't.
Well, I wouldn't say you just got treated poorly.
No.
You're
But
fucking killed too.
they weren't
Yeah.
on a witch hunt to fucking like destroy you like the Nazis were.
I guess.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll probably go for the same answer.
I probably
Yeah, I think it's the more realistic
It's the lesser
surviving,
of two
the
evils.
more realistic surviving scene.
What do you think? Black guy? Okay, black guy. Okay, everyone goes.
This is really difficult because
And it would be my chance to have a big boner.
Yeah,
Oh.
no one likes to have a big meat.
yeah, you can have a big dick or a big nose. Which one?
Yeah. My God, I'm gonna get canceled. What the fuck? James and Ben's favorite English tea brand.
Uh,
Like,
oh,
do like PG.
yeah, it's just an old faithful at
PG
PG
tips.
tips.
And I like it when they did that triangular bag as well, because I used to like how it would like circulate the tea.
That was a good one.
Crumpets
The
or
pea. Crumpets or
Crumpets.
toast? No, I'm still toast. Sorry, bro, I'm toast.
Well, no, but you know why, James? Because I can get toast here anytime I want.
You can't get crumpets.
There's no crumpets, so because I can't get it, I miss it more.
No, I'm definitely a toast guy because there's a lot of
If I was
variety
at
of bread.
home, then maybe toast, but because I don't get it.
Beans on
You know,
toast.
I actually dieted for my first show on crumpets because one crumpet was like 25 grams of carbs, and it'd be
What's
perfect.
that?
That's so
Crumpets just like a
bread. Show
yes.
the man.
Yeah.
They're nice,
Show the
man.
man.
They're low in fat.
It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe. Yeah, there's like no fat.
You could use it as an alternative to a bagel or
Is it like a pancake?
yeah, a little bit.
No.
Yeah,
No, it is texture.
Yeah,
I suppose. Ben, a bit harder.
it is.
But it has
More
that
like,
kind
it's
of,
more like an English. It's more like an English muffin than it
Yeah.
is a.
they're
pancake.
fucking good though, man. Look at all the pictures of the
It's
jam
so
with the
good.
butter on it. Oh,
They're
I
not.
know.
They are
I would be
superior
the-
to an English muffin.
I would be the toast guy still.
the good thing about crumpet
Yeah.
though, is the butter does seep into it,
Oh yeah,
and then your plate gets drenched with butter, and you just
I like them when they're slightly burnt as well.
yeah.
But it's
No,
eggs and flour.
I assume so.
Must be egg, right?
I don't even.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
think
very low fat. It's like really low fat.
a lot of people have them post workout with jam, just because it's.
Then it can't be eggs.
I don't think there is
If it's
egg.
low fat.
Fouad, what's the ingredients for a crumpet?
It's got to be
important
like
to make-
flour and
Crumpet ingredients. Ingredients are white flour,
Yep.
warm water. Oh fuck! I didn't get. I gotta click on
You
this.
had one chop.
Shut up.
any Americans that haven't tried crumpets, I'll bring you some
Oh
over.
man, I can't find this fucking recipe.
Yeah, because then he's like, "Oh, we have these. They're like English
They're
muffin."
not-
I'm like,
no,
"No,
it's not the
fucking
same.
not.
So different. So
No,
different.
it's fucking not." And then I got English crumpets, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
They're like
Fuck-
they've got like
fuck
a
me.
sheen to them, like a sheen, like a
But
shine.
if I would have to decide of all that British stuff, I would always go for a scone.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
scone is
yeah,
like
scone.
elite.
But are you? Can I ask this? Because some
Crumpets
people
are made of crumpets are made of about a batter of flour, milk, or water, yeast, and sometimes baking powder or soda.
Oh, okay, no eggs.
Yeah.
No eggs.
they're
So that's
delicious.
the big difference to pancakes.
You put them in the toaster, and they come out nice and crispy.
Yeah, they're perfect. Oh, so good. Anyone wants to send me some from England, feel free.
I'll
Send
bring
them
some
my
over,
way.
Ben. I'll bring some over.
Yes.
Whole suitcase.
What's Stefan's favorite bodybuilding memory and biggest regret?
You were probably good in memory.
Bodybuilding memory. It's hard to say. I really have many, and they are all kind of equal. You know, that year's Arnold was great, as we already discussed. For sure, seeing Ronnie Coleman first time live in 2005 was also something which, it was my first professional bodybuilder I saw, and it was Ronnie Coleman. So it was double
Wow.
insane and everything. A biggest regret? I don't think that I have any. I destroyed my own body, but that's still part of the story. So I don't know if it's something to regret.
Hmm.
If the process of destroying it was fun, then it's not a regret. If you had
Yeah.
fun doing it,
So,
you
you
know,
know,
going to the gym, smashing weights,
When you're having cereal, do you pour the cereal or the milk first?
cereal.
Yeah. And then the milk goes on at the last minute with my spoon
Because
ready
you
to
want it to be
fucking
crispy
go.
still. Yeah, because you want them to
I
stay
don't
crunchy and
want.
not go
I
soft.
don't want. Yeah, I don't want
Cereal when it goes
soggy.
mushy
I
is not the best.
I
Doesn't
like
anybody
both
doesn't
options. It
anybody like
depends on
soggy
the
cereal?
day.
Yeah. They look a bit soggy to me.
Yeah, but for me, it depends on the day. I
What are
have
you
crunchy
doing?
days and I have that soft days.
But
Okay.
You
what about
you
crunching up
ain't.
cornflakes?
But foods looks disgusting.
Fuad's not getting to
What cereal
220.
is it? Ferd, what
He's not
cereal is
getting to
that?
220 anytime soon like this. Telling
Ferd,
you,
what cereal have you got today, mate?
it's
What is
Cocoa
this?
Pops, right?
Rice Krispies.
No, it looks, yeah, it's too see-through, like white to be with the Cocoa Pops.
Delicious.
Delicious and
With
healthy.
piss.
Do you have protein
Man,
powder? Have you got protein powder in that?
Yeah, I use protein powders and milk. Like
Yeah.
man is not making 220
But do you
anytime
use
soon.
milk as well as protein powder or just protein powder and
no
water?
protein powder,
You know
water.
that tastes a lot better with milk.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to lose fucking 20 pounds.
Fuck it.
Uh,
Milk with a protein shake makes it like 20 times better, but
Yeah,
I am hardcore. I've never had milk with
Fouad probably can remind everybody else is too young for that shit.
but
But I would say 20 years ago, nobody came to the idea to drink a protein shake with water.
no,
It
it was
was
always
always done with milk.
not me.
my early days were milk. My
Also,
early days
also
were
20
milk.
years ago?
Yeah, but you probably had a lot of problems putting on muscle, so you had to have the milk. I didn't.
Nah, it was,
I
I even with I could have
you needed those calories. I didn't.
no,
I
but in every gym, everywhere, you just always got it with milk.
Mine was always with milk. And when I did my
At the
internship
gym,
with Saracen, when I did my internship with Saracens, they had me making their protein shakes for the rugby boys. They're all with milk and cyclone.
yeah,
Yeah.
at the gym they would make it with milk, but when I was at home, I'd make it with water.
Even in the early 2000s.
I was very
You,
disciplined.
guys, I remember when like protein shakes were looked upon as you're an arsehole if you have one. Like you'd walk down the street and people would be like, "You're a dickhead." Like I just remember. Don't you remember those times? Like,
I don't remember that either.
oh man, 2003, four, like in England, if you had a protein shake, people would call you out of the car and say you're a knob.
Can I tell you?
Really?
Yeah, like I'd walk down the street and they'd be like, "You're a dickhead," and I'm like, I'm just trying to get fit.
For the
That
majority,
wasn't good. That wasn't because you were drinking a protein shake, mate.
Probably because I had the smallest vest on as well. That's why you wearing a vest like this big.
for the majority
You
of my
are a
career,
dickhead.
for the majority of my career, I had two shakes a day.
Yeah, one early.
I would have one in the morning. I usually have always
Yeah.
like one in the morning for breakfast because I didn't like to eat breakfast.
Yeah,
Then I would have
post workout.
it was either post workout or before bed.
Yeah, before bed, sweet tooth crave, innit?
Before bed, sometimes you know, when you're in the off season, you're eating so much food. I just
Yeah.
didn't feel like cooking.
Yeah, I get
I
it.
couldn't get any more food down, so I just blend up a shake and fucking slam it.
You know what the most ugliest thing was I did? I did
Uh,
a few uglier things. One led to
Ugly.
closed colon, so that was not that funny. But the first thing is because I always was so super hungry, and no matter if 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 calories, I always was hungry.
Really?
So can you remember? I don't know if you had it in America, ISO Cool
Why so cool?
from Ultimate Nutrition.
Oh, my nutrition's been around for a long time.
They had apple and peach.
Okay.
And when you put that in a shaker, even with 200 ml of water, it got to 2 liter because it was so much foam.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Horrible
then I
stuff.
put it in the microwave and it was a foam cake.
Right.
It was like a sponge. You could
That's something
you
that's
could
I would
eat,
do.
you could
I would
eat
totally do that.
someone.
Yeah, like a mud pudding kind of thing.
I used to do casein protein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did this on
You
your
know,
videos.
you know when you make protein pudding, you put a little bit of water in the isolate and you
Mhm.
mix it up into a pudding. If you do it with casein, you can still get 50 grams of protein, but it makes like this much fucking
Yeah,
pudding.
sure. Yeah.
So I used to do casein protein powder pudding, but I would put it on a cookie sheet.
Sick.
I put some tinfoil down, spray it with Pam. I'd lay out the pudding on a tinfoil on a cookie sheet and throw it in the oven. Like a minute in the oven, and it gets like a little bit crispy and hard, and I'd have cookies.
But I topped that.
Cookies, but
I really topped that. You know, I did.
I got worse than that.
No, I did 20 egg whites in a bowl and mixed it until it was that much.
It foamed up.
Yeah. And then I put a little bit protein powder in, and I ate all of that.
No.
You know, I ate all of that.
That's pretty bad.
Four times a day.
That's pretty bad.
Until my stomach exploded. I got a closed colon, and they wanted to cut me off.
No wonder you have fucking colitis.
You know, Stefan makes me feel better about some of my bad life choices.
Those fucking European guys are fucking crazy, man.
You know, at that moment I was working in the gym, and I was over the counter giving out the keys, and I was sitting there with my big bowl of
foam egg whites
and farting like motherfucking hell.
Yeah, I've done some bad things in the past.
You know what I did once? I wanted a I don't know why I had a craving for like fucking meatloaf or some shit.
Yeah.
I had one of those like tinfoil cookie sheet things. You know the tinfoil like baking sheets.
Yeah.
You put like banana loaf in or something, and you make like a banana. I filled it with oatmeal, and I cooked some ground beef, and I mixed the ground beef in with the oatmeal, and I mashed it all together, like blended it together, and I put it in the fucking oven and baked it, and then I put ketchup on it. I was in the middle of my diet. I'm like,
ketchup.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so fucking delicious. I can't wait till the off season. I'm gonna eat it every day.
Yeah, then you never do it again. Because I've done that so many times.
It's the grossest fucking thing ever. I never fucking did it. Yeah. Anyway,
those diet ideas, crazy.
The best one, honestly, that I still use is the protein powder in the oven. Make little like, it's almost like, do you know what peanut brittle is? Have you ever heard of peanut brittle?
Yeah, they're nice. I love those.
Yeah,
I like almond brittle as well.
It's like the same kind of thing, but with like, it's a protein powder sheet. Anyway, did your wife or girlfriend ever get pissed that you beat off excessively? Anybody?
What does that mean?
Having a wank all the time.
No.
No, you didn't, or no, she doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
Yeah.
I've never been in trouble for that. James?
No, I've never had a missus. It's like, Yannick will get jealous if I have a wank. She'll like, I'd rather that go in me.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Aim it this way.
Use it this way. Give me some of that good stuff. I'm like, don't
need to get pissed that I wasn't.
She thinks it's a waste. She thinks it's a waste.
Yeah, she was like, just.
Oh, the Catholic way.
Yeah. You know what? This is a tough. It can't be the same for everybody because it depends how crazy you are. Like if you need to bust a nut 3 times a day, most women don't want you bothering them 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Who's doing 3 times a day as a grown man?
Who has the time for 3 times a day?
Yeah. Like when I was 20, maybe, but I'm.
What do you mean with the time? It doesn't take that long to fucking wank.
Yeah.
It's not a process.
How many times you beaten off? How many times you beat off average?
I don't know. Once.
No, it's for sure 3. It's for sure. Otherwise, he wouldn't have brought that argument.
Yeah. A day, man. I'm not.
It's not. Like,
if it's twice a week or 3 times a week, for me, that's a lot.
Twice a week is a lot?
Yeah. For me to beat off, yeah.
Mine just
I'm lazy.
Okay, hold on a minute. And I don't know if you can reveal this information. If you're beating off twice, how often are you having sex?
Well, not every day because we've got a 4-year-old just in the bed. Yeah.
It depends on how bad I am. I usually fuck things up.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm stupid, doing arguments.
Oh, you're getting in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's not allowed. He's not allowed.
I'm the troublemaster. He's not letting you fuck her, is what you're saying.
No, I'd say if we're banging 3 times a week, I'm probably beating off twice a week.
Okay, so the ratio is in
Wait, you said
favor
if
of
you're
sex.
banging 3 times a week, you're probably jerking
Two
off
to
twice.
three, two to three on both. I would say is
So
about
basically,
like
what you're saying is you have to bust 5 nuts a week.
probably.
I'd say that's my average.
I could be
But
weeks
I go through
without.
phases.
I could go weeks without, but
I
it's
can't
convenient
go, I
sometimes.
can't go. I can't go weeks without. Sorry, guys.
Why?
But you don't need to apologize. I'm okay with that. It's all right.
Is that an Arabic thing?
Yes, you racist mother. It's because I'm Arabic. That's why. No, it's probably because I'm fucking still taking testosterone. No, I don't know what it is.
Man.
I've always been, even before steroids, I was always a fucking horny person. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Mine comes
Yeah,
and
no,
goes,
but
man.
listen. When I was like 19, I'd be like, okay, I've got to do this like 5, 6 times a day. But that was no steroids. It was like, that's because I'm young and it's new. Now I'm like, well, I've got shit to do. Like Stefan said, I've got actually fucking stuff to actually do with my life. I have bills to pay and people to answer.
Yeah,
Wank all day.
I just don't think it takes that long.
I like getting set up and you put a candle on.
Yeah, you're fucking romantic. You
I
gotta
used to be that
some
guy.
music. I gotta lay a towel down and shit.
Ow. The fucking you need a towel for?
Prevents.
I get sweaty, man.
Oh, you're working hard.
I don't go long enough to sweat.
If you're sweating, you're fucking beating it way too hard, man. Fuck.
There's no such thing as beating it too hard. What are you talking
Well,
about?
if you're sweating, man, fuck, that's a lot of work. I'm not putting in that much work.
I'm powerful.
Compound.
Okay, last question, then we'll go. Rank these in order: face, butt, boobs.
That
That
order
is
for
the
me.
order.
That's the order for
That
me
is
as
the
well.
order.
That's the order for me.
Yes, that's the order. Face,
Really?
butt, boobs. Yeah.
I would go for eyes, butt, boob.
It's not that specific. You don't care about the rest of the face?
Eyes have some magic for
Okay, here we
me.
go. Okay, here we go. She's got 10 out of 10 eyes, but half her teeth are missing. You're okay with that?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Teeth are quite easy to fix, though.
But even the face could be nice, and half of the teeth could be missing when the mouth is closed.
But
And you're-
James is right.
and
You
you're okay
can
with
fix
that?
that.
You can fix
You
teeth.
can fix teeth.
Let's say you can't fix it. You have to live with it forever the way it is.
Teeth's are non-negotiable. I don't think I can
Yeah,
have
you
that.
gotta have good teeth. You gotta have good teeth.
You got to at least have teeth.
At least in the
Some
front.
teeth.
Some
What's your non-negotiable then, James? You have to have teeth. That's it.
A pulse.
no, there's many non-negotiables. My line's quite strong, so there's many. There's probably about 5 or 6.
Standards are very high.
I have quite high standards.
What are your?
Let's do a quick one. Fouad, what's your non-negotiables?
Well,
I can find the good in anyone, Ben. I'm very nice.
Oh,
you know,
but
I
the
really,
religion is important.
It's
I
'cause
can't-
you know why, Stefan? It's because he's Arabic. There's very low standard.
Arabic's
The
not
bust a nut, it doesn't matter.
Arabic. Yeah.
I definitely can't do fat ankles. That piss me off.
Oh yeah, you're a real foot guy.
Yeah, the feet have to blend into the leg nicely. If that transition from leg into foot is not pretty, you can fuck
Look
off.
at that sentence, how beautiful. The feet needs to go into the
Dude.
ankle
Very,
nicely.
very accentuates the
It's
foot.
very important. It's very important.
I don't know.
And again, I'm no oil painting, but I still have high standards.
I don't know what my non-negotiable is. I mean, teeth is important.
Yeah.
Personal hygiene is my
I like good.
non-negotiable.
Well, I mean, those are obvious. I like good hair. I like good hair is important.
Really? I don't give a fucking shit.
No. So again, you meet a girl. She got 10 out of 10 eyes and teeth.
Scruffy hair.
I'm bored.
She is.
I told
but
my
she's
wife
bald.
when we met, can you shave your hair too? She actually did because I
Sinead
asked
O'Connor.
for it.
Like Sinead O'Connor.
I like that. She has a very beautiful head structure. It looks cool.
It's a bit like what's the
What
one film
about
with Demi Moore in?
what if she had hair, but it was like straw-like and beat up and it was shitty and gross?
Shave it.
Like she's been on Winstrel for too long.
Yeah, like she did Winstrol for 20 years. And it was
Minstrel
rat.
sounds like bad hair, doesn't it? When you hear that word,
Yeah.
it sounds like
Immediately
straw.
think bad hair.
There must be a language where
I think of
minstrel means
if you
bad
say
hair.
if you say Winstrel, I think of a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Like that kind of hair, Winstrol hair.
This guy in the comments says, you're racist, Stefan.
Why?
Stefan always mentions Fouad's ethnic background. Is he German or something?
Yeah.
No, actually, I like hands is a very important factor for me.
Hands. Really?
Yeah. Hands and feet, man.
I don't think I've ever looked at a girl's fucking hands.
It's the first thing.
Only
If
if
they have
I mean,
not
bad
before.
bad fingers, and if that's not
elegant.
and
Hands
I
are
don't
really
like that.
Okay,
I
let's-
don't like that artificial bullshit. I also don't like.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. The lips, when girls have any kind of filler in their lips, oh, you can't tell. Yes, I fucking can tell.
I don't
You
mind that.
fucking moron. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's gross.
You know when
Really
people
depends on
complain,
the chick.
you know when people complain about fake shit? That never bothers me. Like people are like, "Oh, that girl's got fake tits, or she got fake hair, or she got that shit." Doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
unless it's like if it's egregious. If it's like
Yeah, but I don't like fake nails.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Yannicka doesn't
fine.
wear fake nails.
I'm just saying it depends how fake they are. Like if they're fake and they still look normal, I don't care. But if they're like, yeah, if they're out to here, then obviously I don't like it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but that goes for all
Wait,
fake.
I've seen some of the fake titties you like, and they're obscene.
Ben, you're not supposed to tell our private conversations on the fucking podcast.
Pictures,
That's not
Ben,
private
pictures,
conversation.
pictures.
Listen, just
I prefer fake tits to a fake ass.
What's that? Oh yeah, yeah.
Because a fake ass, like, earn that ass, man.
Wait, Fred, about that girl in Vegas when we pulled into the hotel? Do you remember she
Oh,
stood on
man.
the... Oh,
I think a
God,
bunch of people got. I think a bunch of people got photos with her.
I've never seen anything like it.
I think I know
Oh,
who you're on about.
little
Like-
Michael had a picture with her.
I think Flex.
Yeah,
Lewis,
I know the
think
one,
Flex
yeah.
Lewis has a photo with her too, and somebody else I saw, Regan maybe.
Yeah.
I think has a
Yeah.
photo
Oh my
with her, too.
God, they were
Yeah.
outrageous.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Let's go. Let's wrap it for today. James,
Yeah.
you're 3 weeks out now. 2 weeks out.
2, man.
Dude.
Fuck.
18 days, I think, right?
Something like that.
Okay, James. Time to lock it down. I got my money behind you. And Stefan, get me some money for the show. And Ben, I'll
Are you coming FIBO now?
no, you're not coming to Detroit. Why would I come to FIBO?
It's
Only fair.
Yeah, you come here, we'll go there.
trade.
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap it there. Guys, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Have a nice evening or day.